going on, guys? So we got a little bit more maintenance we got to do on the truck. We've been out testing, can't get the trans brake figured out. Only thing we can figure out is we've got an issue with the valve body. So today we're going to rip the valve body out of this thing, tear it apart, see if we can find anything inside of it. I have more parts coming from Summit tomorrow and Thursday. We're going to do the whole drill the body, do all that stuff. Never done it before, but it can't be any worse than it already is. And I have a spare transmission sitting over here with parts in it. So if all else fails, I'll just rip that valve body out, put new seals in that one, put it back in the truck, and go try it again. But from there, we'll get started. This is the issue we've been battling. You can hear it not try and get any RPM when we're on the brake. It just sits there, just lugs and won't RPM ever. So that's what we're trying to fix, and got to get up on the chip so we can leave good. I was trying to change the tune, do a little boost build, just to see if that was the issue, but it didn't end up actually changing anything. So definitely something in the trans, so we'll get to tearing it apart. Okay, so right here, we're trying to do the drilling. I've never done these before, but it had pretty good instructions from Transgo. So we'll drill this one and see if we can get the valves to go in with all the new ports. At this point, I've been out in the garage for a little bit, so my wife happened to come out with a nice little snack, so had to get a snack since my hands were covered in brake clean and everything else. Now I got to drill the second port. There's 2 of them on there to get more flow. Got to make sure I find the right one since there is like 10 or 12 of them on this thing. Then we'll drill that second one and get it opened up and get it ready for all the valves to go back in. Alright, so today we're finally going to put the trans back together. I've never done a valve body before, but I've got the Transgo kit for the shift kit and their lube regulator drill, whatever kit it was to hopefully fix the truck with all the bad shifting we've had and hopefully the trans brake. Got a whole bunch of parts here and over here, everything laid out here. We did get the valve body drilled. There's 2 different spots you drill on it. Figured those out, not too bad. Now I just got to figure out, I got the O-rings changed. Got to figure out which of these go back in and then which of these new ones take the place of these ones. But today's the day. We'll put it back together and hopefully today it'll be shifting. here's where we stand. The valve body went back in, but I found that little roll pin that we can't figure out where it goes, but it looks like it comes from the valve body for a locating pin. So not a big deal. But because of that, we decided to rip the trans out. Just because I wanted to make sure there wasn't something in here somewhere that I didn't know was gone. But then during assembly of it, I realized the clutches look like they got a little worn. So we're gonna go ahead and order a new set of clutches, get these things replaced. I mean, you can see, obviously they got pretty hot. I wanna say these clutches are probably 2 years old. We've made a couple hundred hits on them, so I'm not too mad about it. They're not too expensive, so we'll go ahead and get those ordered up, and then hopefully this week we'll throw this thing back together and hopefully it'll RPM and we'll be making some hits.